Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Essendon vs Carlton game in which Essendon ran out 32-point winners 56-24 in what was a really interesting game. I don't think I caught too much of this game from memory. I believe I caught like the last quarter of it. I didn't catch too much as it was I believe, was it one of the 3:05 games. So I just caught the end of it. But in the end, another good tip for the tipping, which has brought me right back into that race as I've gone through in the previous videos. And it was just the Bonnie Too Good show. But before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the recap. So, as you can see here, Bonnie Too Good, 6 points, 2 goals, 20 touches. Aiden A is just ridiculous as a forward. And yeah, as a sort of lead-up forward, she has been a very big anomaly this year compared to everyone else. I mean, the amount of marks that she's taking is on a scale that I don't think I've seen. And let's just go back here and let's look at Bonnie Too Good here. You can see 8, 8, 10, 5, so what's that, 16, 26, 31, 36, 41, 49, 51, 59. 59 through 9 games is 6.5-ish a game, basically. 6.5 marks a game is around about that 19 or 20 points in itself, and that's why she's getting that 100 points, because she's getting that. She's also got 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 goals in 9 games. So that's another, that's roughly around 10 points a game through goals. And then she's also getting 4, 6, 7, around a point a game through behinds-ish. So she's getting 11 points. She's getting almost 30 points through non-disposal efforts, not even including tackling. And tackling in her last 2 games has been huge. 19 in the last 2 was ridiculous. So anyone who picked her up at around that 1 million price range have really profited here, because she's gone bang bang and really improved her, I guess. I mean, she might have been about that 1.15 or 1.1 when before these last 2 games, and she's gone bang and gone up to 1.28 228 mil. But she's definitely been the best forward through the last 2 weeks, aside from Gardner. Gardner, who's gone bang bang, and also Goldsworthy, who provided 250 points in the last 2 weeks. So those two are the best two. Malloy would be just behind her. Roberts had a bad week, and Frederick is just off the pace at around 190 points rather than the 230 or so that 226 that Too Good has provided in the last 2 weeks at an average of 113. Maddie Prespakis, one of the girls that I thought would be good in my trade targets from memory. I don't think is actually too good this week because I got 290s there. I don't think I had a big ton. I don't know if I put Strom in the ruck department, because that was probably a fail. I think I did from memory, and she only made 57, so that was a fail. So yeah, trade targets weren't that good this week, but oh well. Nanscorn providing really good cover as that second midfielder. 18, 2, and 8 with her behind as well to get to 88. She looks really good, and it's really awesome to see someone pick up 40, I guess, later in life, and not play it as a junior, but still play it at such a high standard, because I think it increases the standard of the women's game especially. Radford 81, 17, 6 and 4. Vogue 13, 1 and 6 for a goal and 69 fantasy points. Walker 68. So Walker was an interesting one as well if we look at the quarters, because I believe she was on 3 at quarter time. And you can see here a huge third quarter involved with probably just tackling base to get up to that 68, which is a fair effort, and probably should have been the girl that I went for instead of Stannett, to try and upgrade or try to get the likes of Ham up to Hurley before Hurley went nuts, because Hurley was the play to go. But anyway, that's that. Alexander 65 on the back of 3 goals and 14 touches is a fair effort. Clark, Van der Heuvel, Bush, Jacks. Wales on 47 really did have a shocker here, but I mean, like I said in the trade targets and also the throughout all those main videos last week, I expected both Wales and Moody to take points off each other. It didn't help Moody that Good was back, so that also took points off her. So I mean, if you actually look at the ruck department this week, it was a shocker of a ruck round. It's set for Schultz which a good 27% of people own still. And then also Wales as well had a pretty good round, and Edmonds as well. And then it was Moody. So you see that massive drop off. So people gained 50 points with just having Schultz, which I don't think a lot of people actually had in itself. But anyway, moving back. So yeah, you just see that Moody and Wales really sucked this week, but that's it. Can happen, and I expect them to bounce back as they play different opponents next week. If we look at who they play, you got Moody playing St Kilda, and then you've also got, where is she down here? Wales playing Gold Coast and Bella. That'll be an interesting matchup as Bella is doing well on the hit out side of things, I believe. Relatively well, not the greatest. Seems like she struggles against a double ruck, but against a single ruck, it should be interesting against Wales. Then we move over, basically, because none of these girls matter too much in the rest of the Essendon camp. Then we move over to the not Western Bulldogs, to Carlton. I was thinking about someone else. And you see, not really Abby Mackay there, 94 points, 27 touches, 7 tackles. A fair effort for 94, but then again, some of these girls need to be hitting tons to be relevant, and just the Carlton girls don't seem to be able to do that. It seems like they all have, their midfield doesn't really have that firepower to be able to get to that ton, and their ruckmen are sort of hampering themselves with Good and Moody being so good that they sort of take points off each other. And then their backmen don't really do anything in terms of AFL women's fantasy compared to the men's, as they don't really play kick mark and switch it to the degree that the men's do. So you really struggle to see points accumulate there through sort of the kick mark plus sixes that we see the men's generate so easily. Shearer, 83 points, 17 touches, 9 tackles. They just need someone to be able to 2 or 3 girls just to be able to get to that 25 plus touches, and that's just not happening at the moment. It was a good fantasy scoring game just because of the tackles was relatively high, I think, and the hit-outs was high as well to give some points as well as the goals did help, getting 55 to 34 against the likes of some other game here. This round was really low scoring, so I think it was this St Kilda Brisbane game where you had about 20 less tackles, overall 30 less tackles in the game, which sort of does take away 120, 130 points, which was sort of where those points are mostly seen. So we had Velado there get up to 74 points. Bree Moody, 68 was a fair effort, but the 30 hit-outs does obviously help that. Need to see more non-disposal points, disregarding the hit-outs for her to do well. Like we saw last week, I believe she had somewhere close to, if we actually look at the stats here, whereas Bree Moody, there we go, bring it up here, you can see the 2 and 5, that's 26 points, as well as the she got a free kick positive differential, as well as just getting the disposals in itself. She had 23 touches compared to the 11 this week. Cordner, 2 goals for a 57. That's, her role has just flipped so much throughout the year. Trudgeon, 57. Skepper, 56. Skepper was really poor. Goss, I had in some of my trade plans this week, or last week, sorry, and she seemed to struggle, especially in the last quarter. 14 in the last. It was the first quarter that she struggled in. I thought she was on a better pace than that, to be honest with you. I thought she was going to do better, but maybe she got the points early or something like that, and she was on 25 like early in the second or something like that, and I thought maybe that's why I thought she was tracking well, but I guess not. Pound, 16 touches for a 51 is pretty poor. Anthony, after her first week, has really just struggled to do anything. Maybe her rotation has changed. I haven't really looked into that. Fitzpatrick, 37 with a goal. Fitzgerald, 36 on 11 touches is an alright base, but you'd hope that she does develop further in the coming years. Finn, Vickers, Austin really struggled. 3 touches, 3 tackles, 3 hit-outs for a 25. It's just a weird stat line, to be honest with you, especially with the double ruck that they have. I didn't think they'd need a third ruck. Lalawifi, Milford, and Vesio, and that pretty much rounds out this game between Essendon and Carlton, in which Essendon ran out 32-point winners. And another good tip for me, I think this game was about a 70-30 split. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'd have to go back and look through that video, which I don't really like doing terribly much. But yeah, so Essendon won by 32 points. I think I gained 20 or 30 ranks on this game alone. But I believe it was the Western Bulldogs West Coast game, which will come up in the next hour for you guys, that I really gained ranks on. I think I gained somewhere 50 or 60 ranks on that alone. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.